What's good, everybody? It's your boy Eddie here, and welcome back to the channel, and I hope you're all having a wonderful day. And for today's video, we are actually going to be reviewing a very limited and special edition pair of sneakers. However, for this specific release, this is the most stock that has ever been produced. However, a lot of people I know did not hit that usually hit these type of sneakers. So with that being out of the way, guys, definitely be sure to hit that subscribe button down below as well as that notification bell. And something else to know, guys, is that your boy is running on no sleep. I stayed up to hit the Wu-Tangs last night, so that review should be coming soon. But your boy just went to a pop-up shop today. If you know, you know. I was there from 5 a.m. and it literally took me till like 3 to 4 p.m. to actually get a pair. So that pair is already reserved and cop is literally right here on the couch. So I may be dropping that video tomorrow if I have enough time or if I get enough rest. But this is the exclusive version as opposed to the white pair. That's the hint I'm gonna give y'all, the white pair that's releasing next Saturday. So now let's just get right into what you guys came here for, which is none other than the Travis Scott Air Jordan 1 Low in the reverse olive colorway. And guys, definitely based off of first impressions, this is absolutely a cop in my opinion. I definitely prefer these over the woman's olive colorway that they dropped because I'm a big fan of the reverse mocha. And it's pretty much just like the reverse mocha. Obviously, instead of mocha, it does have those olive hits to it, but I love the color blocking and I love how it looks with the white laces. It looks fire with the pink laces and especially the black wax laces that you guys will see later into this video. So now with this being out of the way, let's just briefly go over into the box details. And pretty much this is the same exact box that they've used on the most recent Travis Scott releases. So for example, the canary yellow release, this is the same exact box that they use. So as you can see, we pretty much have that all sale box with those brown details. Then when you look all over the box, you can see that it pretty much has those Nike checks right there and that brown detail. And it's a pretty simple box overall. Then when going on to this side of the box, you can see the sticker tag right there. And it does read off as Air Jordan 1 Low OGSP. And the colorway shown is medium olive, black, sail, and muslin. And I went with my true to size of a size 8. And I 100% recommend to go with your true to size on these Travis Scotts. They will fit absolutely perfect. No more explanation needed there. Then when actually opening this lid, you can see that we do have a brown inside on the lid right here. And then when going inside the box, we do have this detail that I truly enjoy, which is this pink wax tissue paper right here. And you can see that we have the Cactus Jack face, the Cactus Jack logo, the Nike Air logo, as well as the Jordan Wings logo. Then when going onto the inside of that, we do have just the standard white wax tissue paper right here. So there's nothing really else to report on that. So now when focusing onto the history of the shoe, it's pretty much what I said earlier. It's not really any history to explain. It's just the inspiration behind it. So as you guys have seen for the past couple of years, we have gotten a lot of Travis Scott Jordan 1 Low colorways. But I do have to say my top 3 is probably the mochas, the fragments, as well as the reverse mochas. I think those are the 3 best Travis Scott lows. However, this colorway is actually up there for me because the medium olives, which is the woman's olive colorway, I'm not too crazy about. The black phantoms were cool too. I think that's in the top 5. And what else released? The canary yellows, that's definitely on the bottom side for me. And I can't remember the other colorways, but as you guys see, this is definitely more on the higher spectrum as opposed to those other colorways in my opinion. And pretty much with that being out of the way, guys, that's gonna conclude the inspiration of the shoe. Obviously, it's literally just an olive version of the reverse mochas, hence the name reverse olive. So now when focusing onto the details of this sneaker, for a GR shoe, and I don't really wanna call it that because Travis Scott's are so limited, but from his perspective, most of his releases are extremely hard to get, but from what I've heard everywhere online, there was a lot more stock, a little bit more than the canary yellows because there definitely was a lot of stock on that as well. But this was just a better colorway, and I think that's why the resale value is still high on this sneaker. Definitely not the $700-800 plus value that we have seen for the past couple of years of Travis Scott's, but still, I think for the price tag, it's not too bad, bro. $430 for a pair of Travis Scotts. You can literally have a Travis Scott in your collection for $430. Definitely $430 is a lot of money. But when looking at some other Travis Scott releases, this is a pretty decent colorway which can go with a lot of different outfits. But if you really want a Travis Scott shoe and you haven't had one yet, this is definitely a great entry point because if you look at the other colorways of the Travis Scott Jordan 1 Lows, they are expensive. So pretty much with that being out of the way, guys, let's just get right into the details of the shoe. So when focusing onto this toe box, you can see that we have this nice suede toe box right here. And definitely for a GR shoe, I'm gonna stop calling that because it still is pretty limited. But for a mass-produced Travis Scott shoe, the quality is actually pretty good on this suede toe box. Then when looking at the mudguard right here, you can see that we have this all-white mudguard, which looks clean, and the leather feels pretty nice. And I'm definitely not gonna lie, if you hit this for retail, you are getting a very great bang for your buck because the quality and the materials on the shoe is phenomenal. I'm not gonna say absolutely phenomenal after the Amam Manir video, but It's very nice, it's very high quality. Then when looking at the laces of the shoe, you can see that we do have these standard white laces right here. However, we are graded with 2 different pairs of laces. And then these laces are in these 2 cardboard boxes right here, which I do love because it does add a sustainability factor to the sneaker, which helps out the earth as much as we can, because again, imagine having 2 plastic bags for 160,000+ pairs of sneakers. This definitely helps out the environment a lot. Then when opening this box right here, you can see that we do have these black wax laces, which I think is going to look awesome on the shoe. I literally just sold most of my Travis Scott collection the other day because I haven't really been getting any wears in them. But for the Mocha 1 lows with the black wax laces, I would either alternate between this or the pink laces that this also comes with. But instead of using the skinny pink wax laces that this comes with right here, on the Mochas, I used to use the fat laces, which look great on the original Mocha 1 lows. Now when looking at this olive green tongue right here, you can see that we do have it in this mesh detail. And then when going towards the top of the tongue tab, you can see that we do have this Nike Air logo right here and this red and white detail. And then onto the side of that, we do have this patch that does say Cactus Jack. Now when focusing onto the lateral side of the shoe, guys, you can see that we do have this olive green quarter panel area, which does have that nice, good quality suede. Then when looking at this Nike check right here, you can actually see that it is this tumble, nice quality Nike check. And of course, which is standard to all of the Travis Scotts, we do have that reverse Nike check right here, which looks awesome on the shoe. Then when going onto the back heel area of the shoe, guys, you can see that we do have this Jordan Air Wings logo in this red embroidered detail. And then when actually looking onto the left side of the shoe, we do have the Cactus Jack face logo right there. And then now in focusing back onto the medial side of the shoe, you can see that the same thing pretty much follows suit as the lateral side. However, we do not have that oversized Travis Scott Nike check. We have the standard small Nike check right there, but we do have this extra detail right here in red that does say Cactus Jack, which is a pretty nice touch. And then now, guys, when focusing onto the midsole of the shoe, you can see that we do have it in this aged yellow detail. And again, I'm not normally crazy on it unless it fits the shoe, but I do have to say that this aged midsole definitely fits with this olive colorway. Now, when focusing onto the outsole of the shoe right here, you can see that we do have our standard Air Jordan 1 traction pattern, which I think looks absolutely phenomenal. I'm only gonna say it once on this video, but it's just great. This Air Jordan 1 unique traction pattern just provides a lot of grip. But anyways, guys, I just want to show you one more detail before we conclude this review, which is the insoles itself. So as you can see on this right insole, we do have a lot of different details. We literally have the Cactus Jack logo, the Travis Scott name, as well as the Nike logo right there. Then when looking onto this left insole, we do have the Jordan Wings logo. We have the Cactus Jack sign, as well as the Jumpman on the bottom. Pretty much with that being said, guys, that's going to conclude the details as well as the history of the shoe. So now let's get right into this on for a look, all right? Alright, y'all, so that's going to conclude the review as well as the on for look, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I did making it for y'all. Definitely let me know what you think about this Travis Scott Air Jordan 1 low in a reverse Mocha colorway. Definitely let me know if it's a copper drop to y'all. I think I know my answer and what I'm going to see in the comment section, but I definitely want to hear what y'all think. This is definitely a cop, one of the better colorways that have released in the past couple of months for the Travis Scott Air Jordan 1 lows, because we have been getting a lot of them lately. So I haven't been too crazy, but I definitely think that this colorway is up there with the best of them. So with that being said, guys, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Share with your friends and family and all that. And I'll catch you on the next video. Peace.